Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a roundup of all the home fragrance items that I worked on over the past week. Majority of these are going to be from the collab melting basket I did with Beth and Lexi. So Lexi picked out most of these items. I did have a couple extras though. So I will try to leave timestamps down below because I'm going to talk about a bunch of different vendors, but I'm going to group them together so that if you only care about certain vendors, you can look in the description and start there. So first I'm going to start with Scentsy like I always do, and I'm actually going to start off with two oils that I use this week. The first one's not Scentsy, but I put it with my Scentsy oils. I literally just got this from Target. It's just like a lemon oil. I did this with cocoa lime, which I must have talked about last week because I don't have the bar of Scentsy's cocoa lime in here, but so these two together were like an absolute powerhouse. I've been trying to use the lemon in my kitchen like after dinner to kind of get that odor smell out, and I think it's been helping, but sometimes it's just so strong. But next, from Scentsy, I did the caramel vanilla strawberry oil. And oh my gosh, you guys, if you're scared of oils where you're like, oh my gosh, they're too like, you know, when you think of essential oils, you're like, oh, it's like that scent that's like, it's not pleasing to everybody, I guess. This is like a bakery fruity, oh, it's so good. It's like the opposite of what you think when you think of essential oils. Like, it smells so good, and I'll tell you what I mixed it with later, but it literally is like caramel vanilla strawberry. They nailed it on the head. So if you're scared of oils, get this. Like, it's so good. So I'm happy I tried that. I had tried it before, but I actually did it with some wax this week at the same time, and it was so good. So the only Scentsy actual bar I have, which is crazy because typically I do like a ton of Scentsy and nothing else, but the only Scentsy bar I have, I actually finished up the Catching Z's collection bar in Shut Eye. I didn't even say. So this is the one with like the peach, and I was gonna say sandalwood, but that's not right. It's like peach based. It kind of reminds me of Pacific Sandalwood. Not if you put them next to each other, but if you're like, I remember what Pacific Sandalwood smells like, and then you have this bar, it's like the closest I've come in Scentsy bars so far. I love Pacific Sandalwood. It's like one of my favorite scents. It's not like the best performer. It's just nostalgic for me. It reminds me of my grandma, but I don't have it in my club. So I put this in my club because I do find that it reminds me of my grandma. However, it's not the same. Like, I like Pacific Sandalwood more. This originally was super, super light. So were, like, the bars from this collection were so light. I let this sit for a bit. Like, this is from January, as you can see. I just finished it up. It was pretty strong this last go around. So if you have these sleep collection bars like in your club and stuff, let them sit and hang out because they get increasingly stronger. So let's move on. Next, I'm going to talk about the one Bath & Body Works product. It is a Wallflower and fresh sparkling snow. The notes are grapefruit and orange, icy melon, and winter pine. I feel like this wasn't very strong in a Wallflower. Yeah, it definitely wasn't very strong. I feel like I can't put it back together. Am I working on the shower gel in this? I swear I am. I swear the shower gel is more of that pine note, and this is more of the melon, which I would have probably preferred this to be more pine because I like the shower gel, but it pulls so like cologne-y to me, so I'm not the biggest fan of it. One candle from Goose Creek is Sweet Banana Bread, which you might be thinking, wow, that's a full candle, but I put it in my candle rock because these Goose Creek candles soot like crazy. So look at this. This is the weirdest thing. It like really concaved in, like it's so funky. Yeah, this was literally like this picture looks. It was a sweet banana bread. Like, it definitely smelled like this picture looks like it would smell. Was it my favorite? No. Someone said they might be doing away with these 2-wick large jars from Goose Creek. Is that true? I have no idea. If they are soot monsters, so whatever, but some people love them. They put off a ton of fragrance. Like, you can put them in your candle clock for a long, long time. I just wish I could burn them without them sooting like crazy. So I resort to putting them in my candle clock. Next, we have some Walmart wax to talk about. These are all not empty yet. First, I'll start off with Lemon Blueberry Donuts. This was pulled for me by Lexi, and everyone raves about this. Something in here totally turns me off. I don't know what it is, but I'm not a fan. I am generally to the point where I'm like, I can melt anything, even if I don't like it, I'll figure it out. Like, I'll find a way to do it. This had me thinking, do I destash this? Or like, I don't really love the idea of destashing on like Facebook or anything, but sometimes I'll just like bring wax to work and like put it in the break room and let other people take it, because I'm like, whatever, like either it's going in my trash or it can go to your home. So that's kind of how I like that. I'm not like a big fan of reselling used things. Even returning full items makes me feel weird. Like, I'm really weird about that stuff. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but something in it has to be the blueberry. I don't know. Maybe it's the blueberry mixed with lemon. It's so weird to me. Like, it was multiple times when I came by the warmers, I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't like it. I'm so sorry. I know it's everyone's favorite. I'm sorry. This one I really enjoyed. It's Sweet Watermelon Buttercream. This one was good. Like, this was what I wanted it to be. This was the redemption for the blueberry. It's literally like a watermelon and vanilla bean buttercream. Who thought of this? It's so good. Oh, yeah. And it's not like body care. I guess it could be. It's literally like watermelon turned into a bakery, kind of. It has that like sweetness. It literally looks like the frosting on that cupcake. Oh, yeah. That one was good. I'm here for whoever made that one. Next, I have White Tahitian Woods, which Lexi also picked out, and I love this one. This one's always, it's just so fresh and clean. Oh, it's amazing. And it's perfect for this time of year. Literally, I can do this any time of year, but it's perfect for this time of year. It's like very fresh and springy. If you're nervous about trying out Walmart wax, this is where I would start. The 93 centers are a good place to start, but if you want to go up to $2, this is the next good place to start. White Tahitian Woods. And then these were the newer Better Homes and Gardens. They're like the more expensive ones. It's Amber and Rose. I had this in my melting basket from a while ago, so Lexi did pick this out for me. I don't know if you guys follow maybe some other wax people on here. I know Self-Care Catherine was talking about this a while ago, so I don't know if anyone's talking about these still, but I don't know if you can tell, like, these aren't very deep, so there's like a lot of wax you have to break through to bust these, which I like took this apart to break them because I was like, it's freaking hard, so I just like did it all in one shot. So all I have to do is like break them this way now, which isn't as bad. But like, let me see if I can take one of these out and show you. Like, it's ridiculous. Who thought of this? And I didn't even consider that that would be an issue. But like, look at, it's just as thick to break through as it is deep. Like, why is it so thick? That's so weird. Who made these? What were you thinking? So, yeah, anyway, about the scent, I really like the scent. It's like a little bit floral perfumey, but perfect for the bedroom. It's very reminiscent of like a perfume or body spray I would have used in like high school, but good for the bedroom. Okay, moving on. What do I want to talk about next? Okay, next I have this empty from Sassy Girl Aroma and Banana Walnut Cake, which is brown sugar and fresh bananas with freshly crushed walnuts. Smells like it's something. Smells like it just came out of the oven. Okay, couple thoughts about this. This was like the brittle bar. First of all, I'm not buying from Sassy Girl Aroma. I bought from her 2 times and then all that stuff happened and I'm like, nope, I left the Facebook group. I did the whole 9 yards. I was like, whatever. But I'm not going to let this wax go to waste. So I was like, I'm going to use up what I have. One of the ones I have was banana walnut cake. One of the orders I got, the stickers were like whatever, and she updated the stickers, and you literally can barely read this. I don't know if this is gonna focus, but like, do you see this writing? Like, you can barely read the description. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's so tiny or if it's the font, but anyway, I don't know. Regardless, I'm not rebuying from Sassy Girl Aroma, but this scent was really nice. I don't generally like banana, but I think the cake note in it, like, it was pretty forward on the banana, but I think the cake part brought out something different than just banana. So I liked it. There you have it. Next we have L3 Sample in Coffee House Palo Santo Snickers Mallow. So this is literally like a coffee scent with Palo Santo in it, which I think I liked, but it literally, a couple things. I really struggled this week because we're in this like weird, sometimes the air comes on, sometimes the heat comes on, sometimes it's like the perfect 65-degree day and nothing comes on because it's like you can open the windows and it's nice. Some days we don't open the windows. There's literally like no air movement. So I feel like some things don't throw for that reason because no air is moving. I'm trying to figure out how to remedy that, but I haven't found an answer yet. This was going during a couple of those days. I also have a wallflower in the office here where it was going, which I think was competing with it because this morning I unplugged the wallflower and I felt like my scents were doing better, and then I just like plugged it back in when I knew the scents were going to be off to kind of offset. You know, I'm fragrance addicted apparently. So anyway, I liked it, but I just don't feel like it threw. Was it super cured? Maybe not. I mean, I got it. It says 417 on here. I think it just would have did better if there was air movement because Palo Santo is typically like a pretty noticeable scent. Like, it smells so good in here. It smells like you're sitting next to a hot man drinking coffee. He smells good. And you have a good coffee. Like, it smells really good in this bag. And it smelled good when you were close to the warmer. It just, like, wasn't... Like, I couldn't... When I was getting ready, I couldn't just, like, get a whiff of it, kind of, if that makes sense. She picked out a lot of coffee. So, another coffee scent was from the Melted Mousse in Cafe Brulee, which was caramelized sugar crystals, vanilla custard, and a faint hint of coffee. I don't know if you guys can see these. They're kind of blurry and the lighting's kind of crazy. I told you, whatever. Okay, I used half of this, as you can tell. This is like not good. It's like, I understand that, I know now that I like coffee with like sweet things in it. I don't just love straight up coffee. This is like coffee with sweet things in it to the point where the sweet things are like making me sick a little bit. And I know that seems like dramatic, but it's like heavy on, it's like very cloying. This dog, I swear. I'm so sorry. And on cold, it's not like so bad, but I feel like when it was warming, as I was like coming up the steps, I was like, what is going? Like, it's so, I had the same reaction. Was the blueberry scent going at the same time? Maybe. Either way, both days I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know what's happening. And it was like the not coffee part coming from this. So I feel like this could maybe be good with like an Absolute Coffee from Rose Girls, or like something heavy coffee, or even maybe that's the only answer. It's getting really dark outside. I'm so sorry. This video is all over the place. those are kind of my thoughts. I'll do the last two little, like, I'll split these up into 2 different warmers, but I'll maybe mix in Absolute Coffee from Rose Girls and see if it does better. And maybe like put it in my open concept instead of just my office to like give it some room to breathe or something. So, let's see what's next. Next, I'm going to talk about Teddy Bees. So, Lexi picked out 2 things from Teddy Bees for me, which I had never tried Teddy Bees before, so I was very intrigued. The first one was just a sample in Blackberry Bum Bum Boardwalk, which was Bum Bum Cream, Boardwalk Mellow Clouds, and a hint of blackberry. On cold in the container, it literally smells like the best thing ever. Like, it smells so good. If she had this, like, just on her site, hanging out, but she doesn't, that's not a thing with Teddy Bees. But if she did, and I smelled this on cold, I would just have gone right to her site and, like, ordered a loaf in it. It smells so good on cold. I put it in between 2 warmers, because I was like, this is a decent sized sample. I generally don't like to put this whole thing into just one warmer, because I feel like this scent shot worth of wax in a warmer, it just like drowns out the scent kind of. So I generally like to split these size shot cups into 2 warmers. I was just patiently waiting for it to smell just like heaven. I literally could not smell a single thing. I don't know, once again, if it was just no air movement, other scents were taking it over, because no, this is not going to be the strongest scent. Like, if you have something stronger, it's going to take this over easily. But I never have problems with stuff throwing in my bathroom where I did this, and I literally could not smell it. Right over the warmer I couldn't smell it. So I let the wax harden at the end of the day. At the end of the evening, it was maybe like 3 or 4 hours. And so I stuck my nose like over the hardened wax, like, okay, is it toast? Should I change it? And the wax still smelled good. So I was like, I'm going to give it another shot, like the next day. So I turned the warmer back on, both of them. Next day, still literally could not smell anything. So I'm bummed about this, because like I said, really liked the scent, but it just like didn't perform for me. And then also from Teddy Bees, I did Life is Good, which is coconut cream, pineapple orange, and vanilla ice cream, which this is literally like my favorite scent. Like, it has everything I like. Coconut, pineapple, vanilla, all the things. I mean, it has orange, which is whatever, but like, I love coconut pineapple. And this is like the coconut I want. And you can't tell me it's not cured, because I wrote that I received it on 4/3, or ordered it 4/3 of 21. On the back, it says poured on 2/27/20, which I think is supposed to say 2021, which would have been February, which is a while ago. So I'm like, it has to be cured. This literally gave me the same performance that the other one did. I could not smell it whatsoever. Like, I would barely get a hint of a whiff of it if I was like walking really close to the warmer, like up to the warmer. Not wafting around the room. I had it going in 5 warmers in the open concept. I don't know if I'm using too much, because I know people are like, less is more with Teddy Bees, or if this just doesn't throw in my house, which I'm concerned about, because I have more Teddy Bees on its way. But I'm gonna experiment, because I obviously have the rest of this, and then pretty sure Beth picked me out some as well. So, okay, what's next? I'm gonna talk next about my Salt Mountain experience. So this is my first time trying Salt Mountain products, because Lexi, not only did she recommend them, but she picked some out for me. So the first one I did was blackberry sugar bread, which is blackberry baked bread and sugar. So I cut them in a roughly like this size chunks. So I thought this was like an appropriate size of chunk. I don't know. To me, this smelled, okay, jogging my memory. It was very, very strong. Was this one of the first scents I did? the one like first scent that I did that she had picked out. I think it was. So I did 5 warmers around the open concept. It was like a banger out of the gate. Like it was very strong, which was awesome. I was very excited about that because I was nervous with like some of these vendors I hadn't tried before, like the Teddy Bees. It was really, really strong. It was like throwing great. I don't recall us having like the heat on or anything. I maybe had the fan on or the window open, something to like semi-circulate some stuff. It literally reminded me of like black, like a cotton candy, but I'm trying to think of what flavor. Because it's not quite blue raspberry. Like, it's definitely blackberry, but I don't know that I've had a blackberry cotton candy. It's almost maybe if you mix, like, a little bit of grape in there. Like, it has that, like, different, it's blackberry, but it's like cotton candy. It was all day. I used to have a cotton candy machine. Like, we would make a ton of cotton candy. It was reminding me of that, like almost where it gets that really, really hot sugar and it's almost like burn caramelizing, spinning out. Like it literally was taking me back to making cotton candy. That's what it was reminding me of. It wasn't reminding me of like baked bread, I guess. This was going for 4 hours on the dot. 4:01. All of a sudden I was sitting on the couch amongst 3 of the 5 warmers in the open concept, and I got a whiff of something that was not Salt Mountain Blackberry Sugar Bread, and I was like, what the heck is that? And so I was like, maybe that was just a fluke. Whatever. So I was just sitting there some more, and then I got another whiff of that scent, and I was like, what am I smelling? It smells so familiar. I then figured out maybe like 10 minutes later, it was the scent from the mini warmer in the half bath across the room wafting over to me. The blackberry sugar bread was like dead at that point. I was like, I can't smell it anymore. I literally am not smelling anything. I'm getting whiffs from this scent in the bathroom. So I turned that warmer off because I was like, I don't want the bathroom scent in the open concept. I'm trying to have blackberry sugar bread. So I don't know why this just like futzed out at the 4-hour mark, but that was what happened. So the next day, I was nervous because of that situation, but I did Salt Mountain Sundae Shop, which is strawberry pound cake, waffle cone, and vanilla ice cream, which if you guys watched my Salt Mountain haul, this was like my favorite from the mix. And so of course Lexi made me melt it. So I was nervous going into it because I was like, oh no, at 4 hours, it's just gonna futz out. I'm gonna be so upset about it, whatever. So once again, I put it in my 5 warmers in my open concept. I mixed it with the caramel vanilla strawberry because while that kind of was going as the wax was melting down to give it a little boost, I figured. This was amazing. It lasted for probably like 8 hours, which I was shocked. It was strong the whole time. Like it maybe started to slowly die off there at the end. And I know this oil wasn't still going because I find the oils are really strong at the beginning and then kind of like die off. Whereas I feel like the wax like takes a bit to heat up and throw. So they're kind of a nice balance. But this was freaking amazing, you guys. Like it nonstop. I was just in heaven the whole time I was down there, like in my open concept. Every time I came down, I was like, this is wonderful. It smells so good. I could just sit down here and smell this all day. And it did not die off at that 4-hour mark. So I don't know what the deal was exactly, but this was phenomenal. I would 100% repurchase this in a larger size. I tried to dupe this with another vendor. We'll see how it goes because I love this. Strawberry pound cake mixed with the waffle cone and the vanilla ice cream is just incredible. So, I'm sorry, I have so much to talk about still. Okay, next is that Smell Good shop. I'll try to go speedy. I did some toasty coconut. It's slightly nutty aroma with bits of toasted coconut. This was actually really, really good coconut, like the coconut I was looking for. I need to set this aside because I may reorder some of this. I'm not the biggest fan of that Smell Good shop, but this is a scent that I would go back in for. It actually turned out being really, really good. I got it on $2.22. I think it just needed to sit a little bit extra. And honestly, like once I brought it downstairs and kind of away from the other wax that I had it stored with, I don't know if that helped it, but this was really good. Would repurchase that. Next I have donut holes, which is cinnamon sugar sprinkled donut holes. You guys, to me, I feel like now that I've melted it, I have a different perspective. But originally, I was like, oh, this smells like a really nice, like, cinnamon sugar donut. It was melting. It was like choking me out cinnamon, like hot cinnamon, which I'm generally okay with cinnamon. Bakery cinnamon. I don't want like cinnamon bear, but like bakery cinnamon, which I figured this would be, is generally okay with me. It was like choking me out. I turned off the warmers. And then later, I think it was like a couple days later maybe, Krista from K Marie Plans messaged me and she was like, hey, have you melted that Smell Good shop donut holes yet? Like I really want to know your thoughts on it. And she was like, I feel like when I smell it, I get a really, really spicy cinnamon. And I was like, yes, when I melted it, I too got an incredibly spicy cinnamon. It came out of nowhere. Like, I don't even think she had melted it yet, and she was already like, I'm turned off by it. But after melting it, once again, just like the blueberry, I am not one to be like, I don't want to melt any more of this, but this scent had me thinking that as well. Like, I don't want to finish melting this. So I may potentially try to like mix this with pumpkin donut shop from Bath & Body Works, because that's literally straight up powdered sugar to my nose. Like, that's the sweetest thing I can think of. I could maybe try to mix it with the blueberry thing to see if we could get a little bit of a situation going. But you guys, what is the deal with this? Why it's supposed to be cinnamon sugared sprinkled donut holes? It's like, Krista literally was like, it's red hot cinnamon. Like, no. And I agree. No. Okay. Lastly, we have Rose Girls. Let's dive on it. First, we have Holy, which is Morning Sex and Palo Santo. You guys, this is beautiful. It's so lovely. I love it. This is not a scent that would typically be in my wheelhouse. It's kind of like a florally rain type of scent, you know, like a rainy day, plus Palo Santo. It's really good. So I have a bit left and I would just use it in my bedroom. Like I wouldn't use it anywhere else. So plenty left. Next, I have Banana Birthday Cake Cookie Land from Rose Girls. This is the Rose Girl section. You guys know, this was from the Cookie Land sampler. I'm not a banana person. Did she offer this in one of her restocks? If she did, I'm gonna kick myself because, you guys, I don't like banana. Sniffing this, even right here, I'm like, banana. Like that dog barking, that's what I'm like. Smelling this. He's mad I'm talking about him. He stopped barking. He's back. Okay. This literally smells like banana runs, kind of. Not my thing. Warming this, I warmed it in the morning downstairs before work because I generally get ready upstairs here in my office, and then Corey's kind of downstairs making his coffee, doing his morning stuff, whatever he does down there. And so I kind of have some nice scents for him, and then when I come down the stairs to finish getting ready, it smells good. So I had low expectations because I don't like banana. On warm, this is so good. Why did I not melt this before she offered it? The Cookie Land comes out, and her Cookie Land, I think, is cookies, toffee, butterscotch pretzels. Are those the right things? I don't know. It's just goodness, okay? It makes it so good. Like, it makes it a banana I like. I'm so mad that I like it and I don't have more of it. Like, I like it more than the other banana scent I said I liked in here. And you guys, I don't like banana. Dang it. I'm so mad. But anyway, I have 2 little pieces left. I'll melt them. It's fine. I have other Cookie Land things. I did some Kissing in the Rain. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna love this. It's so great. It's literally like florals and rain once again. It wasn't, I didn't put it in my strongest warmers because I was nervous, but it wasn't very strong. But it was nice, and I would probably do it again on like a rainy day. I did it on an overnight, but I'd probably do it during the day on a rainy day next time. I'm not like gonna go out and buy more, if that makes sense. But it was like, okay. Along the same lines was this other sample. It's one of the good ones, which is steel, coriander, moss, bergamot, sandalwood, and kale. It too smells really good, but I put it in kind of like a low wattage warmer. 2 low wattage warmers. Because I was nervous that it was gonna like keep me up at night, which I probably would have been fine with not doing that, but it was good. It just wasn't like very strong throwing, probably because I didn't put it in very hot warmers. But I will probably do these cubes. I have left of these in my hotter warmers now that I kind of know that I'm not super scared of them. If I had to pick between the two, I like this one of the good ones better. It definitely smells like a more men's cologne-y versus this one has like more florally notes. Neither of them are my favorite. That's not necessarily my wheelhouse. I did some, this is a chunk, a muffin in Strawberry Serendipity Coconut Jello, which is Strawberry Jello Serendipity Gilligan's Brew. This was really good. I did it in those 5 warmers in my open concept. It threw with no issues, so why did all the other things have trouble throwing? I don't know. Like, I think people, I've heard other people talking about things not throwing in their house right now, and I think it's just this time of year with this weather and like your air not running. I genuinely do. So next I did Night Shift from Rose Girls, which is espresso, French vanilla latte, confetti cake, toffee butterscotch pretzels, and cookies. So I think the confetti cake, toffee butterscotch pretzels, and cookies is Cookie Land. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So this is amazing coffee. It's not my favorite coffee scent from her, which is Love You a Latte, but it's like similar to that. This is the scent where this morning I was like unplugging my wallflower to see if it would do better, and it did way better. So also this is sat about 2 weeks longer than the other scent had. Did that play into it? Maybe, but I don't know if it's just stronger or if it's because I unplugged my wallflower. But nothing was like moving the air around the room, and it did okay, so yeah. Okay, these last 3 Lexi wanted me to mix together. They were blackberry jam butter cookies, marshmallow smoothie, and waffle cone from Rose Girls. So Lexi said, which I agree, she was messaging me and Beth and was like, does blackberry jam butter cookies smell like blue raspberry to you? And I pulled it out and I said, yes, I concur. It does smell like blue raspberry. So she wanted me to mix this with these, which I'm assuming it was to see if they would like bring out the bakery of the blackberry jam butter cookies. And while I would say it did slightly bring out the bakery of blackberry jam butter cookies, it literally still smelled like blue raspberry. Yeah, blue raspberry. So maybe next time I need to do less of this and more of the bakery. I like this on its own. It's fine. But this wasn't enough to mask this. So, but these were good. I could smell these coming through, but this was the main component. Like the wax was blue in the end, so you know this was the main component. So there you have it. I'm glad I have more of that left, that combination. So that is everything that I went through. I feel like this is the most wax I've ever touched in a week because she picked so many items for me, and I was like trying to go through them all and test them all. And truly I realized this week that vendor wax does not last as long as Scentsy wax. Like Scentsy wax lasts for days, and I feel like that's why I never go through as much vendor wax. My vendor wax I had to change every night, and I'm only home after work, but I had to change it every day. So it was very eye-opening. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry this video got so long. Hopefully you like got a snack or something at the beginning. But I just love chatting about wax, so hopefully you don't care. But Let me know what you guys are getting through. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye.